Hi, it's Miss Spalding, your eighth grade counselor, and I want to talk to you today about applying to the high school of your choice. Before we actually talk about applying to high school, which will start in November of this first semester of your eighth grade year, and it will end December. So you have a short window and a short time period to actually put that application in if you prefer to apply to a high school that's not your reside school. But first we need to talk about the requirements. First thing you must understand, in order to pass eighth grade, you must pass English, math, social studies, and two-thirds of your classes, which can include science and or related arts classes. When I say pass, that means you are earning A's, B's, C's, and D's. I will caution that if you are earning D's, that is not a grade that most high schools are looking for when they're making decisions to accept students into their program or their school if they're not a reside student. So if you're applying to a different school, or school of your choice, I should say, and do not want to attend your reside school, you need to make sure you're making the very best grades that you possibly can. When Just understand at the end of the year, if you have not met these requirements, you will not go on to high school. 99% of the students, they do exactly what they're supposed to do and they're successful. But I do have a few students by the end of the year that are not passing when given an opportunity to attend or a complete course recovery. They did not do that. So then they have to attend summer school. If by the end of the year we have an opportunity to go on eighth grade field trip, have an eighth grade dance, or have an eighth grade promotion ceremony, if we're able to do any of those things, if you are on the bubble and have not passed the required classes, you will not get to participate. Even if you're planning to do it in summer school, you will not be able to participate in any of those activities. So, for example, when I say not pass, what does that mean? That means you've earned 3 U's in that same required class. So if you have earned 3 U's throughout the school year on your report card in math, English, social studies are two-thirds of your classes, then you are on that track of not passing the eighth grade. So if you've already earned 1 U the first grading period in any of those classes, then if you earn 2 more U's, let's say if it's social studies, if you earn 2 more U's in social studies, then you're already on track of not passing the eighth grade. So please don't find yourself in that situation. If you need help, teachers, myself, anyone, we are willing to do what we can to help remove barriers. But of course, there's some things you have to do on your own, and that is to do your work, attend classes, whether we're having online classes or you're actually in person. Please make sure you're doing your part so at the end you will reap the benefit. So before you actually apply to high school, you need to understand what is your reside school. Many of you all already know what high school you're projected to attend next year. So that would be your reside school. Say, for instance, in your neighborhood, the students on your block, if they go to high school, they're projected to go to, let's say, Wagner. So you'll know that you're going to Wagner. But some of you all may have moved, don't know. So you don't know what high school you're projected to attend. So let's look that up. So if you want to find out what is your reside school or your projected high school for next year, you go to the JCPS website that I think I did. Maybe not. Okay, here it is. Here, go to schools, go down to school finder, click on it, put in the address. I'm going to put in, let's see, 8100 Westport Road. Search, go down to high school. High school. Scroll down and voila, Wagner High School would be my reside school. So I know Wagner is my reside school. So let me go back to the slideshow. So if you want to go to a different school other than Wagner, then you would need to fill out a high school application online. In order to do that, your parent or guardian would need their parent portal password or portal activation key. If you don't have the portal password, I can assist you with the portal activation key. So that's no problem. Again, just reach out to me and I can share that information with you. It's important for you all to check your email because a lot of information I can only send to you privately through your email. And if you're not checking your email, you may not get the information. So please check the email. Then the next thing I want you all to look at, and I've shared that with my Google Classroom counselor, 8th grade counselor Google Classroom, is the Choices booklet. You all have access to that. Please make sure you review this booklet. From my understanding, each one of you all should have this book sent home, or it should be mailed, not sent, but mailed home. So again, if you don't have the correct address online with JCPS, you need to make sure your parent guardian gets that updated, because most of the information is going to be mailed home to you. So you will miss out in a major way if you're not updated in Infinite Campus. So please make sure you do that. But this is the Choices High School booklet. It answers probably every question you may have about your questions about high school or applying for high school. So I'm going to briefly go through this really quickly, but just enough to give you the information that you need to get started. So we have several different what we call categories. We have reside schools, which we've talked about. That's the school that you are assigned to attend for next year, your projected high school. Network schools, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Academies of Louisville, then magnet schools, and then magnet programs. So you have to make the decision, and I would encourage you to talk to your parent guardian about whether you're going to actually apply. We have 16 schools, high schools, that have what we call a reside. Everyone is assigned to a reside school to attend next year. Many students attend their reside school without any problems, but many students actually put in an application for a different school to attend. So the first thing we want to look at the network schools. We have 3 different networks. Most of you all fall in network 3. So let me see if I can make this a little bigger. So in network 1, you have Doss, Fairdale, Iroquois, PRP, Valley, Western. Network 2, Fern Creek, J-Town, Moore, Seneca, Southern. And then network 3, Shawnee, Atherton, Ballard, Eastern, Wagner. Most of you all will fall in category 3. Most of you all. Most of our students here, 8th grade students, will fall in category 3. I have some of you all will fall in category 2. Fern Creek, J-Town will be the big ones. Just a few in Seneca, but that's where most of them will fall, Fern Creek, J-Town, and a few in a few other areas. And then in Network 1, the most students I have in Network 1 would actually attend the reside school is PRP. So again, the vast majority of the schools or students at Westport, 8th grade, will fall in Network 3. Doesn't mean everyone will. But again, that's why it's so important to know your reside school. Now, if you wanted to apply, say for instance, again, my reside school was Wagner. If I looked at what the address I put in which was Westport's address, and I wanted to attend Ballard. It's an easy process. All I would need to do is put in an application to apply to Ballard online, JCPS online, and then Ballard will send me information specifically from that school that I would need to complete and then send on to Ballard. So that would be a very easy process. So, but it gets tricky if I'm at Ballard and want to attend DOS, which is in Network 1, when I'm crossing networks. Now, if DOS had a magnet program, wouldn't be too hard. But DOS doesn't have a magnet program. DOS is just in Network 1, is an academies school. Let me see if I go back up here. Do they have the academy schools yet? Nope. Let me scroll. Here it is. DOS is an academy school, but it does not have a magnet program. So if I'm projected to attend Wagner, but I want to go to DOS, my parent or guardian will need to apply, or not apply, I'm sorry. My parent or guardian will need to transport me to DOS if I get in. And then the application will only be open enrollment, which means they're going to look at everyone else that's possibly going to attend DOS. And then if they have any room later, they're looking at the open enrollment applications. So if I would discourage open enrollment, it doesn't mean that you won't get in. It's just a longer process to get in. It's almost like putting in a student, like a hardship transfer or a student transfer. They let everyone else get in first, and then if they have any space left, then they'll look at open enrollment. So if you can avoid open enrollments, I would personally avoid open enrollments, but you have a choice to apply through open enrollment. Just understand again that parent guardian cannot, if your parent or guardian cannot take you to school every day, transportation will not be guaranteed if you apply to a different network at a school that does not have a magnet program. So let's scroll down a little bit more. They do have what they call the Academies of Louisville, and these are schools that have career theme learning communities. So I would take some time to look through those. They have schools that they call magnet schools, and those magnet schools are Butler Traditional, Central, DuPont Manual, Brown School, Louisville Male, and YPass. Those are all considered magnet schools. That means they don't have any student that actually is assigned to that school. They're not reside schools. They are everyone that attended those schools at one time or another had to put in an application to attend. I will say this: if you are interested in the Brown School, they do not supply transportation. Every student has to have their own transportation to go to the Brown. Just keep that in mind if you ever decide to attend. We've had students that actually have gone to the Brown School, and that's what parents have chosen to do, is to take their kids to the school. But just understand, if you do apply, then you must have your own transportation for the Brown School. Then there are schools that have magnet programs, and that is the Academy of Shawnee, Atherton, Fairdale, Iroquois, Seneca, Southern, and Western. They all have magnet programs. If you apply to any of these schools and they're outside the network, but you're applying to the magnet program, then they will provide transportation for you. So that you are covered there. And then this booklet talks about the actual programs offered at each high school. So again, I will encourage you to go through this, look through it thoroughly, look at all the programs that are offered, and then at the very end of it, there's I think there's information about any questions you may have. I was trying to find, there it is. Let me scroll all the way down because it goes through all the high schools. And I think it has frequently asked questions. So I would go through these questions to make sure that they have that information for you. If there's something that you need clarification about what it states, again, it's all listed here in this booklet. Please, if they mail one to you, please hold on to it. And again, this just breaks down all of the networks. It's like a quick reference guide. It has the schools in Network 1, the schools in Network 2, and then the schools in Network 3. And I have a lot of students that want to apply to Ballard. And Ballard is a great school. I take nothing away from it, but just know it does not have a magnet program. So if you're in Network 2, and let's say Fern Creek is your reside school, and you want to apply to Ballard, you can apply to Ballard, but it's going to be under open enrollment. It will be under open enrollment, and you're going to have to wait until they look at all those other applications before they look at your open enrollment application. Now, just remember, if you are, let's say Eastern is your reside school and you want to apply to Ballard, you are in the same network. Make sure you do not choose open enrollment. If you're applying to a school in the same network, do not choose open enrollment. It's going to delay your application process. So let's go back over to the slideshow because I've covered quite a bit in there that's in the slideshow. Again, I'll talk about the networks, Network 1, 2, and 3. If you are at a reside school at Shawnee and you want to apply to Atherton or Wagner, you're in the same network. You make sure you do not choose open enrollment. But say, for instance, you're in Network 1, and let's say PRP is your reside school, but you want to attend Wagner, then you're going to need to choose open enrollment. So let's see. Oops, let me go back. You're going to need to choose open enrollment. Just understand. But if the school has a magnet program, for instance, Atherton has a magnet program. So if your school, I'll choose PRP again. If your reside school is PRP, but you want to attend Atherton and it has a magnet program, you can apply to the magnet program and transportation is provided. And you do not have to go under open enrollment. You can go through the magnet program if that's something that you're interested in, and you can have transportation. I hope that's clear for you. If not, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I will assist you. Again, talking about the schools that for transportation. If you want to apply to magnet school, again, it's another great school, but it does not provide transportation. And then if you are applying for a school and you must choose open enrollment, then transportation is not guaranteed. Let's see, I think I've gone through the schools with magnet programs. So we've already covered that. So I've already gone through that. And then, of course, applying for the school of your high school choice. So this is going to change a little bit. It's going to have something usually big up here that says applying to high school. So I'll go through this, but this is probably not quite what it's going to look like when the actual window opens. So let's see. Choosing a school, applying to schools. There it is. It'll look something like this. You go to applying to schools, and usually there's a big button up there to apply to high school or apply to a school of your choice or something to that matter. And it talks about that. Then you go to magnet middle school, high school programs. And oh, here's the dates. I don't think I gave you the dates. The windows will open from November the 2nd until December the 16th, 2020. Again, the window will open the first day is November the 2nd, and then the last day to make any changes to your application will be December the 16th. So if you want to apply, optional magnet program, magnet application, and then I would like to apply to a middle or high school optional or magnet program. And then here's where you would need your parent portal username and password. And if not, I can get you the portal activation key here. And then this application that's behind it is what needs to be completed. Again, important dates to know. November the 2nd through December the 16th is the window for high school applications. So make sure you get yours in. Everyone will be notified by April the 1st, 2021, if you made it in or not. If you need help and English is your second language, please contact the ESL office 485-3623. And if you need me to help, please don't hesitate to email me with a note from the parent guardian stating that I can apply on behalf of the parent or guardian. And if you have any questions or you need additional assistance or help, I can be reached at my email address, or you can meet up with me each day during the office hours or virtual hours on Google Meet. The code is Spalding8. And that is it, you guys. So hope that clarifies any questions. But if you still have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you so much, and let's have a great day.